play some clips. And if these clips ain't gonna come out right, we might be on a half, but we gonna get it popping. Somebody talk about it sound like bacon. It better be turkey bacon. Y'all eating turkey bacon or y'all eat, what kind of bacon y'all eat? For the New Year's, I'm trying to stop eating meat. Anyway, let's go with this. Let's stop. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all good? I'm doing good. So let's get into it. Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I know some of y'all might say, man, who is this silly guy? I know some of y'all that just tuned in that don't know me probably say, man, what's up with this guy? Let me tell you what's up with me. I'm excited. My name is Brother Tahaka Bay. I'm a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and I've been a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America for some time. The purpose of this station, shrimp bacon. The purpose of this station, Moorish World TV, is to clarify and to rectify the errors that may be taught in public. Now, who gives me the authority to do this? My power comes from the great God of law and my brothers and sisters. Because if I say something wrong, inshallah, they'll check me and say, nah, brother, well, this might be a little more level. This might be a little more balanced measure. Inshallah, they would do that. But let me say, if I do say something out of order, if I do say something that does not jive right, let that be on me. Don't you go blaming the noble prophet, noble Drew Ali. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, let me first and foremost tell you, you know how you go on them other stations and people be talking about that, make the sound louder. Let me see. Can you hear me now? Oh, I see. Let me turn my mic up. I'm gonna turn my mic up. All right, I'm gonna turn my mic up. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. You know how you go on these other channels and everybody talking about they a scholar. Brother Reggie, he a scholar. Ain't been to no place to qualify his scholarship. Shocker, he a scholar. Everybody, all these guys are scholars. Let me first and foremost tell you, listen to me, look at me in my face. I am not a scholar, okay? I know what I know. I know more science. I know my portion, but I am not a scholar. So let's cut that at the door. Now, my job is to point you in the direction. You know, I never read anything. If y'all believe in Jesus, I never read anything that Jesus was some super scholar. This for all you scholars out there that gonna want to challenge me. This is for all you super scholars. I know you watching. I know. I never ever seen Prophet Muhammad run around talking about he was a scholar. This that new school stuff. I'm just one who teaching what I know. I think that's what Jesus did. I think that's what Muhammad did. I think that's what Buddha Confucius did. I'm pretty sure that's what Malcolm did. I'm pretty sure that's what Martin did. And I'm no different. I'm only teaching what I know. All right? So, let me tell you off the break that we're going to get this jumping real quick. And I'm going to tell you this. I got a lot of haters in here. So I'm about to give me a minute because I want to smack haters on out here because we doing something tonight that we doing it as a family. We doing it as a learning. We doing it as a learning situation. So anybody that want to act crazy, you know what I mean? I got my brothers out there that's watching. And they're watching the chat. And I'm watching the chat. This channel here is a learning channel. This channel here is a channel to get everybody motivated. Whether you call yourself Moorish or not, This channel is to get you motivated. Whether you want to be black today, Negro tomorrow, and Moorish next week. This channel, Moorish World TV, is to get you motivated. Enough with the introduction. First and foremost, I rise. See that? That come out of Egypt. That come out of Egypt. Kemet, if you will. First and foremost, I rise. I give praise to the great God of the universe, Allah. I give honor to his noble, illustrious prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I give honor to everything pertaining to the uplifting of fallen humanity. And I say everything. That means the NOI, that means the MST of A, that means my Sunni brothers, that means my Hebrew brothers, that means all those who are participating. The Nuwap brothers, that's all those who are participating into uplifting fallen humanity, not those that's trying to destroy fallen humanity by going back and forth, spit, spat, bitter, batter, and all this old nonsense. I give honor to all that's doing the work to uplift a fallen humanity. So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. First of all, I want to do this on the back end. I want to have a conversation that if anybody want to call in and know any history of the FEZ, I would like to do this as I call it class in session. That if anybody know any history of the FEZ, if you think you know a history of the FEZ, I say you can call in. I'm going to put the number up here right now that if you call in, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let the family break their portion down of what they think about the FEZ. But other than that, I'm going in and get busy. So first of all, the reason of this show came in hand. The show came about because somebody last week sent me an inbox of Corey Holcomb going in on the FEZ. So I want to first see if y'all can hear this.
Buckethead nigga, read a book and correct me on this.
There we go. Can y'all hear that?
Whoever that guy is, whoever the guy is making those comments.
He gonna leave his number. You can call me if you want.
Is the bucket hat Hawaiian fruit?
No. It's not the LL Cool J bucket hat. I'm talking about niggas who literally got a bucket on their head with a tail.
Oh, I thought you meant an actual hat.
All right.
Hey.
Give me a thumbs up.
Hey, now it's serious.
Give me a thumbs up if y'all hear that. He said he talking to the buckethead guy with a hat with a tail on the end. All right. So come to find out, brothers was sitting there to me as if he was talking to me. In the video, let me share it with you real quick. I'm going to screen share so you can see what I'm talking about. The video actually says Corey Holcomb, Ether's brother to Hawker Bay. Mind you, I never called the show. So I kind of figured that he wasn't talking to me, you know? So as the week go on, I come to find out that it's my brother from out of Cali. I think it's my brother from out Cali because he actually did a response video saying something in response to what the brother was saying. So I'm saying, okay, I already done put the flyer out. I'm already going to address it, whatever the case may be. Maybe turn the mic down and just sit closer. Okay, hold up. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Y'all working with me. Y'all the fan. I say I'm going to check it out and see whatever it may be. But this is what the brother put up on the video. Corey Holcomb's Ethers to Hawker Bay. So now, mind you, Corey Holcomb, my man. I'm telling you, I didn't went to see Corey Holcomb a couple times last year. Go for the brother. I think the brother is hilarious. I mean, even on the station, on the radio station, when he makes an appearance, man, I'm like, I'm in stitches. That's my man. No problem. Anyway, I'm listening to the brother. And first, as I'm listening to the brother, let me see if y'all can hear what the brother is saying a little bit. And I want to show you the reason.
Okay. Somebody with a FEZ
Is that what it's called?
Called FEZ.
A Pez dispenser.
FEZ.
That's a Pez to me, nigga.
Oh shit.
So because somebody got on a
God
Pez,
damn it,
wait, if somebody got on a Pez, does that mean they get the ultimate respect from you, though? You think they bullshit niggas with Pez, though?
FEZ.
Pez.
Okay, let's stop right there.
And then never candy, nigga.
Let's stop right there. First of all, Corey Holcomb said a Pez. Now, this is my premise. My premise is this. Corey Holcomb is from Chicago, Illinois. Corey Holcomb grew up in Chicago, Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. Where is the Mecca of the Moors? But Chicago, Illinois. He's speaking as if he don't know what a FEZ is. Not too many people who grew up in Chicago don't know what a FEZ or a Moor is. But Corey Holcomb is playing as if he don't know what a FEZ is or what a Moor is. And not to mention that, he go as far to disrespect and then humiliate. He know exactly what a FEZ is, but he's playing dumb. Why? This is what I'm telling you. When I do that show, how to spot a counter intel pro or an antagonizer, this is one of the clues. One of the clues is they play dumb. So I got to conclude that brother Corey Holcomb is taking that check. The Moors are on the rise. You ain't going to stop it. The Moors is on the rise. It is what it is, you know. But as we're on the rise, you're going to have provocateurs taking that check that look like you and I. You're going to have those that keep trying to stop the rise because we have the answer. It is what it is. The prophet of God always have the answer. You know what I mean? I mean, big up to all the leaders. But anyway, get to the point. So we're going to talk about the history of the FEZ. Now, I done read some stuff this week on the FEZ. And give a shout out to my brother Lord Abba. Get a shout out to my brother Lord Abba. Lord Abba has the first dynamic lessons on the FEZ, and you can find it. Most likely he have it on Facebook. He used to have it on Facebook. It might be still up. So I'm looking at the what's the name too. The other brother has some like trying to get a response. That's how you know. Okay, check this out. So anyway, let's talk about the FEZ for a minute. So we have some brothers that say that the FEZ come from Greece. We have, let's do this. Okay, we're gonna have a good class tonight. So work with me because I'm going to do this in real time. What I'm going to do, I'm going to Google the FEZ. All right, and I'm going to show you how Europeans will play games with the FEZ and how our people will write books and do research on something that they don't really have a clue what it is. So here we go. I'm going to Wikipedia due to the fact that most people, our people, go to the quickest resource of information. And when you put in anything, the first thing pop up is Wikipedia. So let's go to Wikipedia and see what they say about the FEZ. Okay, Wikipedia said the FEZ, Turkish FEZ, plural FEZes, Arabic Fez, the main town of Morocco. Now I'm going to go on down here and let's look at this. It says origin and history. Follow this one, family. Follow this one. The FEZ was introduced to the Balkans initially during the Byzantine reign and subsequently during the Ottoman period of various Slavs, mostly Bosniak Serbs, started wearing the headwear. Stop right there. Look at this picture right here. It would lead you to believe, that the FEZ was introduced by Europeans. The FEZ was introduced to the Balkans. It would lead you to believe that. As you go down, you'll begin to see that they try to say the Greeks, the FEZ is a part of traditional clothing of Cyprus and is still worn by Cypriots today. Traditionally, women wore a red fez over their heads instead of a headscarf, while men wore a black or red cap. The fez was sometimes worn with material similar to. This is talking about Europeans. This is talking about Europeans right here. Now check this out. Let's go to the real history of the fez. The real history of the fez goes back to Khufu. The real history of the fez goes back to ancient Kemet. This is where the real history of the fez go to. So when you're looking at the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and he says that he's the Egyptian adept student, you will come to see that he is trying to bring you to. He's trying to bring you to your natural self. I tell all people that when you enter into, no. Brother Conrad, listen to me. That is, the fez is developed out of that. The fez is developed out of Kemet or Mesopotamia. But I'm just going to Kemet right now. I'm not saying that was called a fez. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that was called a fez. I'm starting with Khufu. All right? What I'm saying is the headgear is developed way before Europeans. That's my point. The headgear is started way before the European is my point. Y'all feel me? Are y'all with me? All right. So when you look at Khufu and you look at the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and yes, he has a turban on, the fez started before Europeans is my point. You can go all the way to Easter Island. This is a variation. This is a variation right here. These are the statues on Easter Island. These are variations of what is known today as the fez. It's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is they did not start with Europeans. That's all I'm saying. All right? So I'm giving you variations. Even Muhammad Ali and the FOI. That's a variation. All of these are variations. Variations. Right here. Let's stop right here. Oh, you want the Olmecs? I got them too, brother. Hold on. These are variations. The point that I'm making is that it started way before the European. I read a book this week. And somebody said that the word fez is a French word, when in actuality, the word fez is not French, nor is the word fez founded in Greek, nor is it Greek in origin. The fez come out of the language of, I'm gonna find it real quick. I got it on my notes. I'm dancing around a little bit. But the fez comes out of the town of Fezan. And I'm about to put this up real quick. I got notes all over the place, but I'm going to throw this up real quick, and I want you to get your pen so you can research this real quick. I want you to research this so you can see that the fez as a word is not coming out of European language. All right? The fez does not come out of a European language. period, point blank. And I'm about to show it to you, and you can take your notes. Let me screenshot this real quick. Here we go. So when you're talking about the Berber people, you're talking about the people of North Africa, Northwest Africa, Northwest Africa. The Berber people had their own language. This is where the term Moori comes from. This is where the term FEZ comes from. And that's where you get the FEZ from. FEZ Morocco was adopted by the Muslim brother after FEZ. That is in, hold up, let me give you the rest because I'm copying and pasting from my notes. That is in Tripoli, if I'm not mistaken. There, here we go. So let me copy this real quick. Here we go. So that's in Tripoli. Now, y'all can take some notes on here and follow me up. Here's the Berber word right here. Now, I don't speak Berber. You feel what I'm saying? I don't speak Berber. So here's the Berber word right here. I'm going to highlight it for you. Where the word FEZ come from. I'm going to highlight this real quick. Bam. Now we're going to turn it red. So right there. That's the Berber word that FEZ come from. No, it doesn't come from Greece. No, it doesn't come from France. There's some Moors out there that has some literature that will tell you it comes from Greece and that it started in Greece and it started in France with the word. No, not true. We need somebody, I'm not a scholar, we need somebody who can learn Berber so we can break down these words and we get some real scholarship going here. I'm just pointing you in the direction. That's right, the Tuareg, exactly, Conrad. Those are what they call the Berbers, the Tuaregs. Okay, now those people that want to say that the Greeks wore the FEZ first, I'm about to show you what the Greeks wore. Give me 1 second. Greeks wore in a second. The Greeks did not wear the FEZ. I don't know why everybody wants to steal our culture, but the Greeks did not wear the FEZ. This is what they wore right here. That is what the Greeks wore. The Greeks did not wear no FEZ. This is the red cap that the Greeks wore. It is what it is. It was called the cap of liberty. That's it. So let's stop tracing that back to Greece. Because it's not goes to Greece. It doesn't trace us back to Greece. And Peshet, there you go, brother. There you go. There go your hat. There go your hat. That's not a FEZ. That's not a FEZ. This is not a FEZ, my brother. They made a copy, I guess, but this is what they wore. All right? Yeah, they made a copy. What I'm saying is we didn't get it from them. We didn't get nothing from them. So we need to stop that. Yeah, it looks like a Klan hat. That's what they wore. Now, matter of fact, we can give it, let me get the statue up here. There you go, right there. There go the European. There you go. So, it's still a FEZ. No, that's not a FEZ. That's a copy. This is a FEZ. This is a FEZ, brother. This is not a FEZ. This is a FEZ. That's not a FEZ. That may be a variation. My point that I'm making, my brother Brett Hicks, is that people are tracing the FEZ back to Europeans. Europeans have not created anything. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I said at the start of this show, I am going to point you in the direction. I'm going to point you in the direction. I'm not claiming to be no scholar. I know what I know. I know that if Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, I'm going to take you back to the state of mind of your forefathers, I know that I'm going to look and find it in my forefathers' culture. I'm not going to stop at a European's culture. So what our brothers will do just to have a point or a lesson laid out so they can act as if they know something, they stop at the European. Keep giving this European credit. Again, this is for Corey Holcomb. Corey, no. There's no way that you don't know what the FEZ is. There's no way. The FEZ has always meant something. Most importantly, throughout history, but in Chicago. Who is this here? This is another variation. This is another variation. Period, point blank. This is another variation of the FEZ. So the point of the matter is that we as a group of people need to take hold of our history. We need to take hold of our history and stop letting people rob our history and not clarify who we are. I'm going to read. Look at this. That's J. Edgar Hoover next to Khufu. J. Edgar Hoover next to Khufu. All right, I'm going to answer some of this. I'm not doing this per se for brother Corey Holcomb to watch this video. What I'm doing is I'm putting it on the TV, on the screen, on YouTube that the FEZ is ours and it's no need to be clowned. Now I'm going to show you the Igbo people. They wear the tarbouche. And some people, they call it the red cap. Let's talk about the red cap for a minute. The red cap, are y'all listening? The red cap is from Nuri, the land of ideal manifestation, and was given to the Ozo, meaning saviors. This is a variation here. The Nasi, apprentice Ozo, who were peace warriors that were on spiritual missions across Igbo land. The red symbolized fire, and this is another tradition in Nigeria with the Igbo people. Let me school you on that. The red symbolized fire. I'm showing you variations. That's it. The red symbolized fire, and fire Egbola, which is the Holy Spirit. The red cap signifies that the Ozo and the Nzi are agents of Akbala. The Ozo sects also act as a parliament from which the Nzi Neri is selected. The red cap is sacred and ambra, and not just anyone can wear it on the road. Of course, in many parts of Igbo land, it is a representation of king or chief. This, turn your mic input down. Okay. So the point of the matter is, there's plenty variation. There's plenty variations of this cap. So, most accounts, the red cap in Igbo land is a symbol of authority, culture, and tradition. And it represents chieftaincy, institution, its power, and authority. I'm only pointing you in the direction. I could care less about the thumbs down. Let me tell you. I'm pointing you into the direction to show you that this crown right here, absolutely the Moors inhabited Greece. Absolutely. this crown right here has taken on many variations, but it's always was ours. That's my point. So when we begin to clown one another because of the royalty in which we choose to subscribe to, in that same video, he talked about Farrakhan. He said Farrakhan is a sharp guy. Farrakhan knows how to, et cetera, A, B, C, and D. He knows his stuff, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, let me show you my brother, Farrakhan's teacher. Farrakhan's teacher actually wore the FEZ too. Now, this was taken out of a newspaper article. You see, this was taken out of a newspaper article. When Brother Elijah Muhammad was doing a presentation with a few other brothers. I think the article was out of the newspaper from J.A. Rogers, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I could care less about the thumbs down because the Moors on the rise. We need all the antagonizers. We need all those taking that check to show up. We need y'all to show up. So, again, now, here's another variation. I'm going to stop right there. Here's another variation. Now, people might say, oh, you're stretching now. You're stretching now. Whatever the case may be, this is Olmec head. This is an Olmec head. This is a variation. Another variation of the FEZ. So all I'm saying is that when brothers choose to try to clown something that they don't know about, that makes them look foolish or it makes them look like they're taking a check. The only thing I'm saying, family, is there's plenty variations of the FEZ. There's plenty variations way before the European. That's my point right there. But secondly, you take this here real quick. Let me take that there. Give me a second. I want to take this. Let me get some of these pictures out the way. I want to take this, get these Europeans out here. You got to get them up out here. You take that. Okay. My brother Elijah out there for a second. Get them out there for a second. Okay, you take this. All right. Now, take this picture here, and I'm going to sit it right next to my brother. And you tell me who Corey Holcomb is. You know what I'm saying? You tell me who he is. That's all I'm saying. Why do we continue to try to clown one another? You know what I'm saying? With something that has been sacred for so long. For the lack of knowledge do my people perish. So I'm saying, anybody want to call in, y'all can call in. Because my thing is, I just wanted to put it out there that brother is out there lost. Brother is out there lost. And the brother that was checking him, the brother had some light, no doubt. The brother had a little bit light. But he didn't have the whole Moorish paradigm of life. And then another brother that addressed it, he started cursing, he started cussing and all that. Man, we don't need to get into all that. I'm telling you that Corey Holcomb, he knows what a Moor is. He knows what a Moor is. So why is he playing this game? Moors, sympathizers, family, we are on the rise. I'm telling y'all, if y'all choose to be Negro, black, and colored, it's okay. Do your thing. But I'm telling you, today is the day of the Moors. Today is the day of the Moors, man. It is what it is. Look at this. Let's turn on some chords.
Shut up. Hey,
I crack jokes on this.
yes, he did.
Like I said, it's the evolved version, it's the completed version of what the graduate, cap and gown is.
You know how many bitches who want a ponytail about FEZ, nigga?
Wait, what?
Bitches would be like,
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
The hat you wear when you ascend to the higher degrees
Oh.
after the 3 degrees of Masonry.
See, so this brother, the problem is that the brother was talking about Masonry, which is our original. Let me cut this off for a second. The brother is talking about Masonry, which is our original science. It's one of our original science. It comes out the Egyptian or Kemetic mystical systems. It is one of our original sciences. So, but the brother is relating Masonry, American Masonry, to try to defend the FEZ, when the FEZ predates all of that. So the way to talk about the FEZ is to understand who holds the keys. We got the keys. Who holds the keys right now? We hold the keys right now. Now, I ain't going to stay on Corey too long because I don't need to say his name for me to get some plug. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I just want to teach my people and show them that, man, listen. The European called it a dunce hat. The European put it on a monkey. The European, they wore it all around the world. The Turks, they made it their national headdress. On top of the pale-skinned Turks, made it their national headdress. There's not nothing that we do that the Europeans don't copy. Nothing. This is no different than hip-hop. No different than jazz of today. No different than rock and roll of yesterday. There's nothing that we don't do that the Europeans don't copy. But the thing with this is, there is some power in the information that is connected to this FEZ. You notice that the European in Greece, when he wore a cap similar to the FEZ, they call it the Liberty Cap. Moors, throughout the diaspora of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Moorish National Divine Movement, they call this the Liberty Bell. See the connection? See the connection? We need to begin to wake up. Now, let's get into some more science real quick. Matter of fact, let me put the number up before I shift gears real quick, just in case somebody want to call in. Before I switch gears and start talking about what this FEZ represents and who we are. I think it's 5. Let me see. Try and put this number up in here. Hold on. So the thing is 4, 5. That's right. So 667-239-3645. So we need to understand that the FEZ, is ours. So let's ask ourselves. If you go to Morocco today, and you go into the communities of Morocco, you might not see the FEZ. You may see more brothers wearing FEZ in Chicago than you would be in Morocco. Hold on one moment. Here we go. Islam family, peace and love. Welcome to Moorish World TV. How you doing, brother?
Islam talking.
How you doing, my brother? Talk to me, my brother. Share something with the family.
Yeah, this is our brother Talik L.
Hey, Islam, my brother.
Islam.
Hold up. I'm from NEW Jersey, where plenty murders are. Oh, that's another song. From New Jersey, New Jerusalem, my brother Talik Hill. Come on in, my brother. Talk to me.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that when I felt the same way, kind of like everyone got an actual surprise, and some of us really felt very offended by the fact that our national headdress was being put out there. This is something that's very valuable to us because it distinguishes sets us apart. From other people, other different cultures, other groups, because this is actually something that we deem to be a crown of high knowledge and nobility. We knew that as our prophet told us back in 1774 that we lost, and got from there when they took our FEZ and I took our turban, they gave us Negro, black, colored, and Ethiopian, those type of labels. So when somebody who's seeking this knowledge and seeking to join the Moorish Science of America and like gain their knowledge back, gain their heritage, gain that nobility back, when you are first dawned and someone dawns the FEZ upon your head, that's like a powerful moment for a lot of people. I know it was a powerful moment for myself, but there's Moors out there who are not part of the temple that still want to go get a FEZ. They're ordering FEZs off the line and stuff like that. And when you put it on, you can go through Facebook and you see people taking pictures with their FEZs on. They have it makes them a little more. It makes them feel a little more confident in themselves when you wear that. You see, now I have something. I'm not just part of the rhythm and roll. I'm not part of everyone. All the knowledge. I'm not all the nonsense is out there. I've lifted myself to a higher level, and this is the result of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when Corey Holcomb, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this, Corey Holcomb. When I watched the video of Brother Sharif, not Brother Sharif, but his brother Haru Ranasi L. He had posted it, and there was another brother, I think it was Chanel. He had posted the video with the other brother from Cali. And that video kind of put a whole understanding to what went on. And that's what the reason why I'm calling up Brother to office.
Yes, sir.
If I'm cleared up for the people, is that what happened was, and I'm not trying to point fingers or whatever, but
brother, this Moorish World TV, we like to get you the truth. Talk on it, brother.
Yeah, what I want to do is for Brother Rami Salam El out in Cali, and not just him, but many other Moors who want to put up videos and just express knowledge and how they feel about certain topics, you have to be careful. You have to realize that if you claim to be something, you're not only, people are going to view you as that person who speaks for the whole group. Even though you're not the only one, you're still a reference point for that group of people.
Absolutely.
What you do is when you do certain things, it could put a good light on us, or it could put shade on it. For Rami Salam El, he had put that video out addressing Corey Holcomb, who said something in one of his, either on the radio show or something, when he was talking about, just grabbing guns, arms, going all out. I guess Corey Holcomb was responding to, brothers and sisters getting shot and murdered, and he's saying we just need to go all out and just start popping off and that type of thing. Which I understand Corey Holcomb's point, because that's how a lot of us felt, even though that's not the right strategy, especially at this point in time. But the way Brother Rami Salam El had dressed it with all the profanity, that was a wrong move. Yeah. And he put himself out to get, basically, not only him to get clowned, but almost all of us got clowned because of that. Absolutely. And he titled the whole thing, addressing the Corey Holcomb and I forgot the name of the radio program. All right, and he put them in the title. So therefore, that's what Corey saw. So he addressed it on the radio show, and he ended up clowning. You know, Rami, not just he didn't call Rami out, but he pretty much talked about the Feds.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like he talked about the Feds. He wasn't really trying to clown Moorish Americans at all, because he didn't really say anything about the prophet. He didn't say anything about the temple or anything about the movement. But he was just saying, about about our crown. And I felt that, that was the reason why. And I needed to, just keep that in light for everybody who's watching the show.
Well, brother, this is what we have to do. Stay right here, brother. Don't hang up. This is what we have to do, man. We have to, man, unfortunately, it's very unfortunate that we got to separate the wheat from the chaff. You know what I'm saying? As it's saying about people don't like the Bible, man, but there's some wisdom in the Bible. I mean, for those who not a part of religious systems, man, they talk about the Bible, this and Bible that, but separate the wheat from the chaff, the goat from the sheep. We got to do that, man. And in this instance, I want to show, stay right there.
Really understand.
Stay right there.
But I know,
look, I want to show you that what is and what is not a Moorish American. First of all, the Prophet Noble Ali says we must not use any rash words of any sort. Basically, filthy mouth, cut it out. That's not Moorish. We must not be up making a radical, agitating speeches. Number two, we talk a lot of stuff about law, you know what I mean, our brothers do, but they don't follow the protocol as laid down by the Prophet. Now listen to this.
And I know that you can think, and we need people like you. You know what I mean? We need people that are
watch this,
honest and real enough to stand on something. You know what I mean? To really stand on this for real, for real. You know what I mean? And it's not about this. You know what I mean? Whether I'm wearing this is a Fez, whether I'm wearing this,
listen, fam,
is a Fez, but I'm not wearing shit. You know what I'm saying?
See,
like,
right there.
Inside.
That's not Moorish. That's not Moorish. The Prophet teaches against that. Watch this.
Your mind. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even your brain. It's your mind, which is deep.
Listen.
I really hope you're hearing what I'm saying. I really hope you're listening to the words that I'm saying. Fuck the other shit.
See? That's not Moorish character. So when somebody does that with a Fez on, it makes us all look like we some street smooth talkers. Some street smooth talking type of pushing some ideology that is, man, it's crazy, man. Let me know a little bit more. What's this?
Really understand what I'm talking about. Nationality is what we have to do. That's the order of the day.
The brother does have some valid points, but when his valid points, listen to this.
I really hope you're hearing what I'm saying. I really hope you're listening to the words that I'm saying. Fuck the other shit.
See what I'm saying? Really right there. I'm gonna stop it right there. The brother has some valid points, but that's not Moorish character. He cannot represent a group of Moors talking like that, acting like that, saying that it's okay for Europeans to come into the temple and take out a nationality card when they already have a nationality card. Yeah, brother, you're gonna be mad at me. It's okay. You get over it. It's all right. But Talikio, come on with it, brother. How you feel about that, brother?
Well, that's what I was actually aiming about, was just that whole character. That when he did that, he brought his ethos down, and that's what he made himself susceptible to that type of reaction from Corey Holcomb. If he left the Fez out and he just talked straight like, hey, Corey, I don't agree with what you're saying. I think that we're not prepared for that at this point. We should take this. There's many ways he could have came at that. And also he have to realize that, even brother Rami Salam does have a lot of followers, but you're talking about somebody who's a comedian, who travels, who got a lot of followers to his stand-ups, and he got the podcast. So he got more range of viewers than Rami Salam. So Rami Salam should have thought about that. Like, okay, you addressed him like that on your blog. But still, it's still whatever you do. If you do it the wrong way and you upset the brother, and he comes and clowns you, people want to see the fact that he's clowning you more than what you said. You know what I'm saying? They're not even on your message haven't even got crossed to anyone or to him, regardless. And one of the reasons why is because he used profanity at that time. They brought down his ethos to a low level to the point that, he's now, now he's on the level where he can get clout. And that's what happened.
But brother, the problem is, I think when people open their mouth, they don't understand that when you're wearing a fez, when you're saying you're Moorish, you're not only getting clowned, you're actually potentially to have the prophet of Allah being clowned.
Yeah, that's the thing. And
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he wasn't thinking that more. And that's what I was saying. I was saying, like, when these Moors do these blogs, these video blogs, they have, like, even these Moors who are on Facebook, and claim you got L's and days on your name, but you smoking cigarettes, you got liquor in your hand, you got Hennessy bottles, you're out with your boys in the club, taking them bootleg pictures with with chicks on the side, sticking their behind out, but you Moorish, but you a Moorish American, you this and that, you shoot this, but you in the club, looking just like NBC. You look like color. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when you have a fez on and you're out and you're supposed to be demonstrating, and you wrote a book, Rami Salah El supposedly wrote a book, you know what I'm saying? And, everyone looked at his video blogs and they look towards him for information. He has a higher standard he needs to uphold instead of coming out and saying what he's saying, and that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? He and think about that, and I think a lot of Moors they don't realize that you can turn people off that way. You could have got Corey Holcomb to be a big supporter of the temple. You probably turned that off. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the way, like you said, the prophet is not being held up.
Bro, can you?
Time is the ego, huh?
Are you able to see the screen?
Nah, Mo.
Okay.
I am.
Okay, so I just put up a video where he just said blacks, F the Moorish nationality, SHIT. It don't work. Now I get what he's trying to do.
Who said
that? Salami El.
You said what?
Bro, you have to look on the screen. I just screenshot it. But this is not Moorish behavior right here. To get a point across, I don't have to throw no titles across like that. I'm representing a divine prophet.
Hold on. He said the Moorish title. Why did he say that?
He said, basically, I've actually seen the video. And what the video is saying is that the video is actually saying people who saying that they don't care about nationality, they should. But the title of the video is so misleading to draw people in that now you have sold your principle to try to draw people in. So it said F the Moorish nationality issue. Astaghfirullah.
Oh man.
But when you look at the video, that's not what he's saying.
Yeah,
so you got more confidence in the lower vibration than you have in the higher vibration.
Right.
I'm gonna keep mine high. You know what I mean? I know the brother mad at me. I know he is. Last week he had a video saying that it's okay to nationalize European. We must love. And
that don't mean we put them in, and rank with us, because look, man, this is the issue. They have to understand this. They have their institutions, right? They have their institutions. They have their institutions that research their bloodline. They have institutions that preserve their cultures from Europe over here in America. They have those. You know what I'm saying? You can walk around, you can find the Irish associations and so forth and so on. You can find Polish and German associations and groups that are supporting the culture and preserving, their traditions over here in America. They have it. They had that. They didn't lose anything through slavery.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
In fact, I don't care if they had it 1 drop or 2 drops, 3 drops, or 4 scoops or whatever Moorish in them. You know what I'm saying? They are the present representation of those Europeans that drove the Moors out of Europe. And if they do have any Moorish blood in them, it's because the Moors that were in their family were so fearful of their lives that they chose to amalgamate. And that's the reason why some Europeans have Moorish Asiatic bloodline.
That's right. That's right. And that's why we suffer slavery.
The subjugation of who we are, that it was better for us to marry European and have European and lighter children, so our future could survive the oppression, and they will have a better life. You know what I'm saying? It was intense in Europe at the time of the Inquisition, even after that. You know, living on the outskirts. You read the book Ancient and Modern Brits, and they talk about how the Gypsies. You see what the Gypsies look like now, but they weren't like that before. They were darker.
How about that?
Darker shade. But they decided to marry outside because they really knew that how they were being treated. You want to change your color line in order so you could pass, so your family can pass, and won't have to go through the same oppression. You know,
absolutely.
People who chose became Moriscos, right? They chose to pick up the Christian religion, but later on that turned into more. Let's marry, let's have lighter children, so forth and so on. There's been, when you go into Atlantic Black Star News on the internet, you can archive. They got in their archives is a news clipping they did where they said that there was like 5 nations or 5 countries where European had sent the European population to them countries just to lighten up the population. Jamaica, not Jamaica, I think Cuba was one, and it was others. And they said they literally advertised for Europeans to go to these countries, marry, and this is where they changed the shade, the Asiatic shade to even lighter and lighter. This is why you got these different lighter variations people in certain countries.
And the thing is this, just like this, my brother. I'm posting a picture right now that was posted by good brother Azim Hopkins Bey. Wow. This is a picture of head statues that was found in the Americas, that was found here in America. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. With variations of the FEZ. You know, man, we've been here for so long, man, it don't make sense. It don't, like when the Prophet Noble Ali say time never was when man was not, I don't even see why people keep trying to trace back the origin of physical man. Because they ain't gonna find it. They ain't gonna find it. They're going, the time period is gonna keep on going back and back and back and back and back, you know, until the end of time, or to the never ending time, into the past, and the never ending time in the future, man. We've been here for so long. But let me read this, brother Taligil. I'm glad you joined me, brother. He said, brother Azim Hopkins Bey, he wrote a little something on the Moorish World News. Oh, y'all haven't seen any Moorish World News. That's because y'all haven't been to MoorishWorldNews.com. Go there and check that out. Anyway, oftentimes people may wonder about the origin of the FEZ and the turban. The cliche, there's nothing new under the sun, resonate with the truth with regards to this subject. In view of the fact that the FEZ and the turban are not new headdresses, nor did they originate with Masons or Shriners. We must bear in mind that the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali has not only brought us back to the state of mind of our forefathers, additionally, he has brought us back to the state. Additionally, has brought us back many things that are particular to our own culture, nation, and history. The FEZ and the turban represent dual heritage. Firstly, it is the national headdress, not only national, but free national. It is a free man's woman's degree. Those who are doing FEZ and turban are free national beings who carry free national names and free national standards. Free national standards means you don't have to cuss. You don't have to cuss people out. You ain't got to get worked up. You ain't got to be in somebody's conversation that has nothing to do with you. And then when they bust some shots at you, now you talking like you one of them. free national standards. Secondly, the fez and the turban are religious headdress. It is worn by those who are Muslim by creed. By creed. Many renowned Islamic dignitaries throughout history wore the fez and turban. The city of Fez in Morocco, founded by Headdress, that's who I was looking for, Headdress the First. That was the one who coined the name Fez, but he adopted from Fezan from Tripoli.
Right.
Which means land of rocks or something like that, red rock, something like that. Do the research. I told you I'm not a scholar. I'm pointing you in the direction. Who was the cousin of Ali, the son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad. The son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad founded the city of Fez in Morocco. Received its name due to mass production of fezes there. The tulip flowers many times is associated with Holland, but the flower in its name originate in the Middle East, where it is linked with turbans. Actually, the term tulip was used for the flower because when fully open, the bulb resembles the turban.
Oh.
That is. So why do we associate ourselves with Morocco so much? Not only before it was named Morocco, before Europeans divided it into so many different regions, clans, and all of that, before we divided ourselves, that was the beginning of the migration from Upper and Lower Egypt out of Kemet, and our people migrated from there to what is now Morocco. Mauritania, the original Mauritania. The original Mauritania was right where Morocco is at. The M-A-U-R-I is not Greek. It's not Greek. It's a Berber word. People, it's a Berber word. Do the research and you'll see that Maori, when the Europeans came to the region, what is now Morocco, the Maori people were the Maori people when they arrived. And because their complexion was dark olive, and they knew they were the Maori people through association, communication of some sort, they say Moors mean black. That's it. But Moor don't mean black.
No.
Moor don't mean black. When it's like this, when they walked up on the Moor and our people are so gracious, you know what I'm saying? They're so gracious, we invite them in. They look a little bit off, but we invite them in. And so what happens is they learn the language. Who are you? We do it every day. Where you from? We meet somebody, well, where you from?
Right.
We do it every day. Now, if I told you that you meet me and you say, well, where you from? I said, man, I'm from Mauritania. We the Maori people. And you go back and tell your people, yeah, I met the closest thing I can associate with dark olive is black. That's the Maori people. They black Maori people over there in North such and such. And so there you have it. That's why they say Moor means black, but Moor never meant black.
No. Can I camel back?
Yeah, brother, come on, my brother. You with me now? You gonna ride out?
Well, I had like a while ago, years ago, I had done a video blog, and I was able to I just was able to pull out some things. Wallace E. Budge, his Egyptian hieroglyphic dictionary, and I was able to come across different variations of Moor. And from what I was able to come across, majority of the times you see that variation, and it comes up different times. Of course, you know the symbol would be the owl, you know, and that, and also just to plug this a little drop note. You see the owl on a lot of European crests or crests. when you see the owl, and the owl usually means wisdom, right? Because it is a dominant bird in the bird family. You don't really see anything preying on an owl, but you see the owl prey on other creatures. But it also, it takes flight at night, so it has an ability to see through at nighttime. So it shows like it symbolizes the ability to see in the unseen realm, just like our ancestors were able to. They navigated in the seen and the unseen. But Mo, let me read something if you don't mind.
Yes, sir. Come on, brother.
All right, we got let me call out here page 310 of this E.A. Wiles Budge and the Egyptian hieroglyphic dictionary. You see M-E-R-R, Mer, known as the Beloved One, a title for several gods. So there's several gods that were called Mer, with the spelling of M-E-R-R. Then you have M-E-R, which means overseer, chief, officer, head, superintendent, director, foreman. Let me see if there's any more. Pretty much if you go through this, and I don't want to spend too long doing it, but majority of the time you come across it, it's always the title of leadership, or the title of chief, title of superintendent or overseer. So you see these type of titles, related to the word more. So you know that this word actually existed, but it also existed in a way it was designated to people of high class or high standing. So you're looking at our ancestors who went into Europe, but just even before they even went to Europe, they had high standards. They were able to introduce these different realms of knowledge, like mathematics, science, astrology, geometry, all these different type of, how to prepare food, medical sciences, and those type of things. And one thing I want to also say this, because a lot of scholars will say that the Moors, when they did their philosophy, they took it from the Greeks and stuff like that. They learned from the Greek manuscript. Nah, those Moors actually already had it, and they went into Egypt and recovered a lot of the knowledge that was already out. We have another term called Merhu. The god is the god of perfume. There's one I was looking for. I can't find it now. But, like I said, I did a video for it. Maybe I'll repost it on Facebook. Everybody can see it. But you can see that the term is in ancient Kemet. It doesn't start in Greece. It doesn't start in the Europeans. They didn't have that title. That was something they didn't give it to us. We had it. Like you said, it's a Berber term.
Exactly.
Many of the Berbers they come from, they can find a lot of their origins in ancient Kemet.
And this is the thing. Our people need to get ourselves together and understand that we have changed the world. Right. Before the institution of slavery, we changed the world. I'm showing a picture right now of Moors in Sri Lanka, India, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, so I'm saying everybody wants to be like us.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants the wisdom of the gods.
Right.
Why are we fighting one another? Why are we fighting one another? Everybody wants the wisdom of the gods. Let's talk about Prophet Noble Drew Ali real quick. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, in his bold self, with his bold self, in the 20s, he brought up something that had never been brought to a people. I know you super scholars. I know y'all super scholars. Y'all here today that don't subscribe to Moorish science. You know a lot now. I understand. Understand how time has caught up with you, and now you know so much. But there was a time when Prophet Noble Drew Ali came to us when our people didn't know a thing. And that today, when they didn't know it, back then they didn't know a thing. The same thing he taught back then, is reality today. Is reality today. Because I wear a FEZ in 2017, the significance of my ancestors when they wore it, to show that they had light, to show that they stood out, to show that they were the protectors, to show that they were the chief, the leaders of the community, that those were the ones that were spiritually inclined. The same value of yesterday is the value of today. The problem is that we don't know the value. But I tell you what, if you would have came to Philadelphia on that trek with Temple number 11, if you would have came to there, you would have seen how many people knew you better than you know you. You would have seen how Europeans gathered around and listened to the brother, honor to the brother, and I pray for the brother, my brother Ronald Hopkins Bay. Sometimes he has some health issues, and I ask the family to pray for him, you know, but how they sit there and they were listening and they were taking it in. The European bought, and again, yes, the more civilized the world. Them Europeans brought their children there to listen to our brother Ronald Hopkins Bay, our brother Azim Hopkins Bay. They took their children, and now the elder European was sitting there shaking his head like, yes, everything that the brothers were saying, everything that the brothers were saying, everything that the brother was saying, the people were agreeing. Now, their children looking at their elder, their father, their leader. I'm talking about not just his biological children. I'm talking about there was at least 15 or 20 European children with one adult male. I got him on camera. They was looking at him, paying attention to him, because if he agreed, that was confirmation that Ronald Hopkins Bay and Azim Hopkins Bay was teaching the truth to them. So again, we need to put confidence back into our people. We need to put the confidence back into our people, man, and know that this FEZ is royalty. It's no wonder that Europe, when they wear crowns, they got the red with the same material. It's no wonder.
Right, that's right.
It's no wonder. It's no wonder that when you graduate, that there's a tassel on there. It's no wonder. What is that tassel all about? What it's all about? You know what I mean, Taligio?
Yeah, that tassel actually, from what I was told, you know, it represents an extension, you know, of our pretty much of our knowledge and this stuff. It doesn't get tied down because we're not tied down. It needs to swing 360 degrees because, matter of fact, 720 actually for both sides, you know, knowledge. So we have both sides of this knowledge. This is what I understand from what I was told. The four quadrants or the four circles that on a lot of things that we acquire have those four circles on there. They actually mean, you know, four circles of the heart and stuff like that. The FEZ, you know, in the sense that, you know, I'm talking even on a metaphysical level.
Absolutely.
When you wear it, you say, for your crown chakra, and the energy and stuff, the energy when you're able to meditate, you even have your fans on. You can actually feel the vibration kind of circulate under that FEZ a little more. It's caught in like a vacuum suction because of the, you know, the FEZ is on your head, possibly. You know, whereas if you would meditate without it on, you wouldn't necessarily feel circulate as much, you know. But, you know, from that point, you know, you can, you know that, you know, the FEZ in itself, you know, is also an instrument. You know, if you were to take that into consideration as far as the meditation is concerned, that it, you know, it helps keep, you know, saying it helps keep your chakra energy centered, and, you know, on top, inside, you know, on your crown chakra. It represents that, you know. So, you know, it's more than just felt material, you know, that's sewn together with, you know, with a tassel. It has you know, when you see the majority of individuals in the time past period, they wore, you know, those feathers who, you know, they were people of high knowledge, you know,
Absolutely.
of esteem, you know, some type of esteem.
Hold on 1 second. Brother Donnell Jones Bay, if you're calling me on this line, call me through Facebook. I will answer through Facebook. My brother Talik Ill is going in. I don't know when he's going to come back, so I got to let him go in. So, brother, call me through Facebook chat. I will answer, and I don't want to let my brother Talik Ill go, because this brother is going in, and I don't want to click over and lose the brother. So, with all due respect, if you can call me through the Facebook chat, call me now, and I'm going to put you in, and we'll put Brother Talik on hold for a second. But let's not stop his flow and his build. Come on, my brother. Brother Talik, come on, brother. What you were saying?
It's on. What I was saying is that when you look at the old pictures of back like the early 20th century, when they were actually excavating Kemet, you see all the people, the individuals who were I guess the ones who were in charge of the digging and so forth. They had the fez on. See, what happened was when we fell, the European understood that. That knowledge got into their hands. They understood that. You know, the Germans understood that. The Italians understood that. You know, the Polish understood that. Those who saw what our culture did and how much we had control and influence, they knew that, okay, we want to actually duplicate that same power, that same energy. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this culture, because somehow it did something for them. It's going to do the same for us. We're going to symbolize it that we're in control of that. So this is where the studies started coming out. You see more Europeans wearing fez. You see not just in the Ottoman Empire, but after, they wanted, the Germans, even under Hitler, started adopting fez in many ways, and they started adopting Islam. The things that, they wanted to get into the science of Islam, because wait a minute, these guys, how are they doing this? How is this empire, we're talking about the Ottoman Empire, stayed in control so long? You understand? We need a mystical, we need a science system, as well. So, Hitler adopted, things from the Theosophical Society and so forth, his belief system. But from there, you can see culturally they adopted the faith. And then you go into, if you look at Shriners, the Shriners and so forth. Shriners is very new.
And now that you say something, when you say something about the Shriners, it kind of blows me away that when we look at the Shriners, they get a lot of credit for stuff. And you will hear some people would even say that Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he was a part of this and part of that. Well, if the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was, I haven't seen any evidence, but whatever the case may be, if he was, he revealed all that was behind closed door. Right. He brought it out to plain sight.
Right, and that's why a lot of them did not like him, and they wanted to take over the movement. Exactly. You speak to Bailey Hill, he'll tell you. Supreme Grand Sheik will tell you. In the beginning, the Prophet, when he was over at the Candyland Temple in New Jersey, right? You talk about my home state. When he was over here in New Jersey, he had a that was why he left. He was, divine, of course, under the influence of Allah, he was divinely influenced to leave, but also, it was a conflict. The Prophet was trying to teach our history. He was trying to teach our legacy, how we are Moabites, Canaanites, so forth, so on. He was like, he wasn't trying to teach Masonry and those type of things in the light of the way they teach. He wanted to teach it, strip it from the European influence of Masonry. That's what Masonry is. It's really just the science that we had left and is being codified under European influence, and their wordage and their type of terminology as hiding. Prophets stripped it down where, you don't need to go through all that. You know, like I said before, the Shriners are very new. Where are the Shriners? The Shriners are that particular level of set organization that's emulating the Moors. You know what I'm saying?
And brother, what gets me more than anything? What gets me more than anything is when I look at brothers coming at the Moors, so-called the Moors, which that's who they are too, whether they know it or not, or whether they accept it or not. But they come with the spirit of division and say that, well, the Moors put Africans or black people, quote unquote, into slavery. And little do they know that they're talking about themselves. The Moors this and the Moors that. Like, why are we so, quote unquote, hell-bent on the destruction of one another? Why can't we figure out, and it's a rhetorical question, why can't we figure out how to make this work so we can get back into the position that we lost? We lost our position and status due to the fact that we accepted others before ourselves. We battled and fought amongst one another over little trinkets and nonsense. And all we have to do is forget that. If you don't like the FEZ, fine. But what can we do to work together? Why are we so crazy when it relates to us trying to do something together? Man, we got to stop this, man.
Well, it's just the nature of man, you know. I'll just say that, we can, ever since even the days of Kemet, they weren't all together like that. That's one thing a lot of our brothers they fail to recognize and point out. Remember Shabaka, he had to unite the kingdoms.
That's right.
They were at war at one time, and that wasn't the only time they were at war. They weren't always on the same page. Then they drive Akhenaten out after Kemet. Then he got kicked out. He was forced to leave. He was trying to unite everybody under one idea of, worshiping Amun. Right? But they were like, no, we ain't going to let that. You got to go.
Yeah, exactly.
So we weren't always united. Like,
no, my thing is, my brother, I definitely understand and I recognize that. But because we are so, at that point, Kemet was either on the decline or on top, but they were never on the bottom. At that point, man, they got our foot on that neck. We can't afford to do this, and we see it in real time. And we see it in real time. The whole key is unity. That's the whole key. Like my thing is this, bro. My mission is to not make or influence people to become super Moors. My mission is to make people to want to be inspired to work with one another. Right. By default, I hope, inshallah, that you do understand the power of being affected by holy and divine prophet and move in that direction. But that's between you and the law. Salvation is personal. But I need you to work with me so we can get back where we're supposed to be. Period.
Right. Yeah, it's wrong, and I think that's the greatest mission right now that anyone can actually drive for, is because we are in a position of we have a foot on our neck. It's slowly lifting off. But at the same time we can't afford the petty division. And it's very. See, the thing is, I did say the nature of man, but even at this level, it becomes petty. It's like Donald Trump petty. And he's got, these individuals, who disagree with us, they're just doing it just to get aroused. They don't have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They don't necessarily have a legitimate argument. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even know. It's still out of ignorance. Like, I was on a chat earlier today, and somebody was trying to say, talk about the Moors and discredit the name and say it can't, that it's not older than Islam. And I was like, I didn't even engage in a debate with that person because it was just like, they obviously haven't read everything. You know what I'm saying? And they're just going off or whatever. And they gave me a definition that was out of a newly current dictionary. You cannot define more or find a good definition of more in any current dictionary. You got to go back to before they changed the definition, doing whitewashing. You can't do that.
Exactly.
Right? So these people who are trying to put up these arguments, it really doesn't make no sense at this point to make the argument.
And what's funny, and what's funny to me too, like
it's real petty.
At the age of, we're in the age of Google, whereas though you got to know what you're looking for. So I'm not going to send everybody to Google because they might not know what they're looking for. But what you would do is, what you want to do is type in catchphrases, if you will.
Catchphrases.
Like, I just typed in, let me split screen this real quick. Just to give people, like I said, my thing is to point people in a direction. Once I come to your town with a PowerPoint, then I'll have everything well organized, step by step. But for now, I just want to take these few hours and point you in a direction, just to show you who we are. Check this out. Put in Moors coat of arms of European countries and see what you come up with.
Right.
Now, on Google, this is the Moorish, the one that you see now, is the Moorish Hawaiian coat of arms. That means Moors was in Hawaii.
Right.
Go to the next one. This is the Archbishop coat of arms. Why? Go to another one. The next one is Belgium. Why? The next one, this is towns over Europe, Central, South, and North. Now you can't see this, brother, but in every place in Europe, we was there before the European became civilized. The Moor coat of arms. Type it in, people. Know who you are. Know who you are. I'm going through them. This is Zurich, right here. In every country throughout Europe, we were there before the European was civilized. We civilized the European. The Moors did. We did. It was convenient. Because if we didn't civilize them, the same diseases that they were suffering would have plagued Africa.
Right.
The same black plagues. They slept with their animals in barns. They had sex with their animals. The same diseases that killed millions and millions of them. It would have. So people say, y'all taught the Europeans. Yes.
Got you.
Because if we didn't, everything that they suffered would have overflowed into Africa, and all of humanity would have potentially perished.
Okay.
Had to civilize them.
Yeah, and Islam, let me camel back and say this one thing regarding that. So you can actually go into certain folklore tales. If you talk about even in the Islamic tale of Gog and Magog, there's no other group of people you can actually say that lived in the Caspian area or near the Caucasus area except them that needed a wall built. Now there's a movie coming out, Islam. There's a movie coming out. I think it's The Wall with Matt Damon. They're talking about the Great Wall of China. And of course, they got some beasts and monsters coming up out of that thing, and they're fighting back. But symbolically, who do you think they're talking about? That Great Wall of China had to be built because of that. The wall had to be built. They had to be caught into that or contained in that area. And then later, when they got out, eventually they got out, and when we had to interact with them, we was like, okay, we're going to actually civilize them.
Absolutely.
Well, we found it best to civilize them. There's a story about, the whole, tell of Musa, saying going up there and civilizing them. There's different tales and stories. There's a book that actually that's not in print anymore, but it's called The Making of the White Man. And that has the author has documented several tales regarding the European. And of course, you have Michael Bradley with his Iceman and Harriet. You know, that he goes in deep into that regarding his own people. You know, so, but it seems like what the Moors had done was, okay, they're out. The best way to handle them is just teach them how to be upright.
Right.
You know, just teach them how to be upright. Okay, I know some of us want to just push them off back into the case. You can't do that. They're out already. Just work with them and get them, teach them to be upright, and then inshallah, that you'll be able to civilize them, which she did to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? A certain extent, but like you said, if we didn't teach them, it would have different. I mean, you're talking about people that didn't even have a sewer system. That's why the Black Plague came about.
Absolutely.
No sewer system. They're talking about somebody that didn't even have an idea of family, where it'd be like, you heard that joke, please take my wife. Literally, that's what they would do. They were selling women. They were quick to sell their women in slavery. And that's how it ended up when you talk about people like Yaqub al-Mansur, who had I forgot how many European slaves. He had a whole bunch. I would say, I don't have the exact number. A whole bunch,
Right.
He kept, in them bathhouses, them harems, they were all, I'm full with European women. They were being sold. They would take that, in order to pay off, certain debt, or just, go about, they'd be like, here, take my wife. Here, take my daughter. And they would take them. The Moors would take them, And that was pretty much, teach them how to bathe, teach them how to civilize those things. And sometimes European men would be brought up into the ranks, and they would grow up to, they would climb up in the ranks of certain Moorish tribes and Moorish kingdoms and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, our ancestors found it fit, just to try to civilize them instead of keeping them, boxed away,
Exactly. See, brother, this is the type of information I got to get you on the show, because this is the type of information people need to understand, man, that being a Moor is not so much of what they have made it out to be on Facebook. Just like somebody say in the chat that Moors are not the things that they show in the movies and all of that stuff, you know what I mean? But in today's world, you know what I mean? The Moorish American Muslim is not that weirdo on Facebook. It's not that argumentative guy that know everything about a license plate. It's not, man, true Moorish American Muslims. They're very humble people. They're very they're on the job of uplifting fallen humanity wherever they can find it. They will feed a European as quick as they feed an Asiatic.
Right.
If they're out feeding people, they whoever want it, come and get it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, it's like, and I always use China as an example, because China as a nation of people, they say China is overcrowded. But one thing about China, they are always on the cutting edge of how to make $1. They're always on the cutting edge to preserve their history and culture. Wherever they go, they take it with them. They don't care who looking, they don't care who watching. They are going to take their culture with them wherever they go. They're going to be downtown of any major metropolis with on Chinese New Year. They're going to have their dragons. They're going to have their dog year, whatever year it is, the year of the dog or the bear. They're going to talk about it, and they're going to enjoy themselves. But we as a group of people, we don't have nothing to enjoy when it comes to black. What do we have to enjoy when it comes to black? We have Black History Month, quote unquote, this month. What do we have to enjoy when it comes to black? When we talk about black, we have the Black Festival. What is the Black Festival? Who gonna be there? Patti LaBelle. One love to Patti LaBelle, but what is the Black Festival? Where is the culture? Where is the history? Where is the food? So this is what Moorish science has to offer. We got the science of the Moors, who is us, and we have a culture and an illustrious history that backs us up. Now, all we got to do is bring it back to the forefront so we can enjoy it. We need a Moorish town in every metropolis. We need a Moorish village. Chinatown, Moorish village. In LA, a Moorish village. In New York, Moorish village. In New Jersey, a Moorish village. We need our own dishes, our own food. We need to bring back the old dishes from the old world. You know what I mean? That old time religion. We need to bring back our old time food and our dishes. We need to have our own clothes. We done made our own swag, our own style. We sell up at Moorish village. And then the whole world will be coming to Moorish village to get some of our dishes. And then our money will stay together. Moorish science is not about dividing ourselves into an island away from everybody. No, it's being proud of who you are and participate in society where it benefits you and society at large. But first and foremost, you. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, and I agree with that. You know, and I was sharing with brothers on a conference call past Friday, and I was talking to them about experiences when I was driving people through the Uber and the Lyft. I had got these particular individuals, two different separate times, brother. Two immigrants. I think one was Indian, one was Arab, and you know, I was just talking to them about, you know, getting houses and stuff like that, because I don't know too much about it. I'll be honest. I was saying, you know, just passing the time while we drive. And I was talking to one guy, and I was like, you know, I know that a lot of people come here and they kind of, I wish all the families, or everybody's living in the same house for a while. It kind of makes it easier. You save money and stuff. And the brothers, both of these guys reacted the same way, Mo. They said, brother, that's what we do, man. He was like, that's what we do. You know, talking about their people, their family. We stay, he said, yo, man, we don't go and get no another house. He said, yo, we stay in the same house, like, and build our money up until we get enough money. And then when someone wants to leave, yeah, we help put money towards getting a home. But, yo, we put our money together, buy the house that we in, and we just keep it. And then if someone wants to move out, we put money towards that, and then they can get it too, you know. But yo, for the most part, everybody our family come over, we stay in one house. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's how they did. And, you know, and I got these two individuals did not know each other. Right?
And see, brother, that's the thing, brother.
They had the same answer. They were from two different countries, man.
Hey, brother, I'm telling you, the reason why they know what a national standard is.
Right.
When we understand what a national standard is, a nationality is, we can get with somebody that is from Africa that understand what a national standard is. And although we come from two different worlds, because we have a national standard and principles that we live by, we can work with somebody that look like us for a common goal.
Right.
But if we don't have a national standard, we can't find no national standard in black. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Like, what do, okay. Listen. Let's just pause for a minute. Hold on. When we start talking about the term black, forget about status and all of that per se, for the sake of what I'm about to say. What does being black really mean?
What does being black really mean?
No. I'm just saying it's a rhetorical question for those who watching the program. What does being black really mean? What does it really relate to? I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest with ourselves. What does it really relate to? What country, what history, what heritage? We claim a whole continent. We claim a whole continent. Nothing in particular, nothing specifically ours. You have a brother that grow a piece of hair on his head talking about he studied Kemetic science, but he don't know his true connection to Kemet. He don't know. We got another brother highly educated in one field, but want to be a scholar in another, i.e. Kemetic science. Man, he's smart in another lane. Stay in that lane and bring it to the people. So my thing is, when we begin to call ourselves black men, we be all over the place. So again, you look on the news today and you look at the people that are being supposedly banned out of the country. They say, I be daggone it, they are banding together.
That's right.
They got a judge up on this demonstration. Now, how the judge get involved, maybe it was his concern. I don't know, but he knows the power of unity. The power of unity says, hold up, D. Trump. Hold up, you might be going too far because these people can get unified and cause some issues that we don't need. This is a corporation, as my Moorish brothers would say. We can't make no money with a whole bunch of confusion that we didn't create. Hold up now, because they understand the power of unity. So one of the greatest things that I experience on a daily basis is when somebody walk up to me and say, brother Talker Bay, I seen your show. I'm not a Moor, but how can I help you? How can I get involved? That's what we need. Close out for me, bro. We're going to close out. It's 10 o'clock, bro. I think we did pretty good. Again, I'd like to say I pointed people in the direction. You know, it's up to you to take the direction that I pointed you in. I'm not coming to give you a scholarly view. So say what you want. I see the haters for Corey came in early and they was putting the thumbs down. It's okay. I like y'all. But what I'm saying is love is the savior of the world. Your thumbs down ain't going to do nothing for us. So if y'all like this video, shoot a thumbs up on it. You know, support the Moorish World tour, Moorish World TV tour. I'm coming to your city, whether I got to come on my own dime or not. Period, point blank. I'm actually seeking investors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that from the Moorish World TV tour to support Moorish World TV so I can continue bringing you this footage because I'm seeking investors now. To get the venue, to get something out of it. We're going to turn it into a business because I can't keep on asking Moors to keep supporting and da-da-da. But I like your support on that end, but we can use that so we can continue to bring you this programming and I can take some time and edit some more videos. I got a whole stock full of videos that I need to put up here, and that's what I'm going to do. But brother, take me out, my brother. Brother Taliq, praise the Lord, bro. I appreciate you, my brother.
Oh, definitely. And I appreciate you letting me, on Moorish World. Let's say Islam to everyone, all the Moors out there, even those declared and undeclared. I also want to big shout out to Temple Number 1 out in Chicago, all the temples that are doing the job, no matter what administration you're under. Just want to say peace and love to everybody, and also. Just like I said before, just be careful what you say on social media, especially if you're wearing the FEZ, because you don't know if you come back and bite you at the end and bite everybody else too.
Islam. And with that, okay, I got a brother that want to call in. I'm gonna let you call in. Hey, brother, I appreciate you, brother Taliq L. And you coming on the show. I'm bringing you on the show, brother. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I call you governor. I know your governor. I know somebody. Peace and love, family.
Peace and love.
Hey, so that's my brother Taliq L, man. Beautiful brother. We got to bring him on the show. I did not know that the brother could flow. I'm about to spit some bars. I did not know that the